How's it so warm out? I don't understand. 2015 was the best year of my channel ever, and I really hope it keeps going this route. So I wanted to thank each and every one of you for helping me grow and help me follow my dreams, because just do it. But anyways, so many awesome moments happened this 2015, and I thought we should look back and see all of the best parts of this YouTube channel and you guys hopping along for the ride. So with that said, let's count down the top 10 moments of 2015. Let's get to it. Our first moment in this list of top 10s is when I was invited to Ford Nationals. Ford themselves personally invited me to come up to Ford Nationals in Carlisle, where they gave me private time with the Ford Focus RS and the GT350R. Needless to say, I was completely thrilled to know that I was one of, if not the first person to film the GT350R driving on the street. The Focus RS completely won me over, and Ford treated me awesome. I was allowed to go to the Ford GT party. I got to meet some really influential people in the industry, and it was an opportunity I could not have passed up. Another thing that benefited from Ford Nationals was later, Ford Performance would ask me to go on a ride along with Ken Block himself. Our number 9 on the list is Florida. All of it. My friend James Kuhn, the owner of Jasmine, you might recognize this Evo, he needed help to move down to Tampa, Florida. So he needed me to drive the S15 all the way from Virginia Beach to Tampa, Florida. Driving right-hand drive, driving all the way down the East Coast was so sketchy at first. By the time I got to Florida though, I had mastered it. Some of the funniest moments I think I've ever seen happen during this trip. We even put the Sylvia on the patio to prank his roommate.
So, this is what we're gonna do a swap. We decided. Fit through there?
Yeah. I know I filmed a total of somewhere in the double digits when it comes to videos, and when I got home I was editing so much that I got a 104-degree fever. This was definitely one of the moments in my YouTube path that I realized I needed to learn how to pace myself. However, good things came out of it. I got to hang out with my now good friends at That Racing channel, and they let me drive their 1,000 wheel horsepower Toyota Supra. Along with that, their notorious driver mod Viper, and it really changed my perspective on the brand new Viper. I thought it was an absolute blast. Next on the list at number 8 is Import Alliance. The organizers of Import Alliance are extremely nice people, and I love looking forward to going every year. I also use Import Alliance as my, quote, Atlanta subscriber meet, so it's an easy organization. Not only did I get to go to the actual meet, I also met up with YouTuber Tomcat to drive his Turbo FRS. This was also the trip I drove the 968 horsepower Black Barney Evo, which was ridiculous. Going to Import Alliance every year is very influential. It even makes me really consider relocating to Atlanta, Georgia, but more on that later. Number 7 on the list is Formula Drift the Movie 2. Alright, look, this video didn't do that great, but out of all the things I've ever made on the channel, I think it might be the prettiest video I've ever made. And it took a lot of really difficult camera moves. It really paid off though, because my personal satisfaction was through the roof, and I'm pretty much a perfectionist when it comes to making videos. It also gave me the opportunity to go on a ride along with Mr. Vaughn Gittin Jr. in his monster Mustang drift car. This thing is made of entirely carbon fiber and also uses the Roush Yates motor that is in Ken Block's Hoonicorn. Number 6, getting pulled over. Not only did I get pulled over in the Lamborghini, but back in February in New York City, I was driving a C63 AMG Black Series. I got pulled over for some kind of registration issue or whatever, but it was very funny to see the officer's face once he saw who was driving the car. I don't think he was expecting some little 20-something driving the C63. And fast forward to the summertime, where the first day I ever drove the Huracan, I get pulled over in Pittsburgh, thus creating a very viral video of me being completely mad at myself for doing something so stupid. Number 5 on the list is something that has been awaited since the dawn of this channel: boosting the Mustang. After meeting ProCharger at SEMA, I was convinced, and with their help, we pro-charged the Smurf Mustang. Don't worry, there's going to be more footage on this later, but just installing it alone was an achievement. Number 4 is the first time I ever left the United States. Myself and YouTuber ThatDudeinBlue traveled to the Geneva Motor Show. It was really awesome sharing this experience with you guys, and the feedback on these videos were really good. This entire series was filmed completely handheld due to traveling this far with a tripod and gear would have been a pain, and I wouldn't have enjoyed the show. But the video still turned out pretty good, and I'm happy with the result. So thanks to all of you who took the time to watch the Geneva videos. Number 3 on the list is something that is definitely a personal journey, and that was the adventure drives. Years ago, I used to watch Rob Ferretti on super speeders, and it was a goal of mine to eventually one day work with him. Funny enough, our buddy Rob Dom, you know, that dude with the Diablo that keeps getting crashed, totally pitched the idea to Rob Ferretti that I should go. The adventure drives really gave me perspective on my life and where I was going. As cheesy as it sounds, it really showed that materialistic things are not always the best thing to have in life. Sometimes it's the experiences we share driving our favorite back roads, going on hikes, doing whatever with awesome people. These are the things that stick with you, and that is why I created the adventure drives. Unfortunately, it was my worst performing video series I put out all year. It was a real bummer to see this, but even for my personal journey, it was worth every bit of it. Number 2 is what I call the exotic week. As you guys know, I have driven all kinds of cars. However, for the channel, I had not driven one exotic, somehow, some way. However, here in 2015, the story goes like this. Back in 2014, I went to the SEMA Auto Show. I filmed it last year as well. And I met Andrew and Elizabeth of It's White Noise. They were in possession of a Porsche 918 Spyder, and I, of course, was flabbergasted. They pitched the idea of me coming up to New York sometime to film their 918. Not drive it, but just do a glamour shot video for it. Fast forward to January, and I found myself on a train to Manhattan. This was the coldest shooting day I have ever done, with a wind chill of -4 degrees. I uploaded the video and got a little bit of backlash since I didn't drive it. But I didn't think anything of it because it's a $1 million supercar and not just anybody throws those keys. Also, during the Geneva Auto Show was where YouTuber ThatDudeinBlue pitched the idea of driving his fleet. As you can imagine, I was totally open to this. Fast forward to July of 2015, I found myself driving the Porsche 918 Spyder, the Lamborghini Aventador Roadster, and the Lamborghini Huracan, all in the same week. I really get it now. I get it why people spend the money on these kind of cars. The 918 was very intimidating. With the price tag alone, that is what was most intimidating, but it's actually a very easy car to drive. However, on camera, it looks slow. Now, why does it look slow? Well, that's because it's so good and so smooth that you can't really tell how fast you're going. Driving the 2 Lamborghinis was a childhood dream. The Aventador was my dream car for years, and the Huracan blew me away. The Huracan I am now emotionally attached to, and I really hope to drive it again someday. So our runner-up bonus is Car Culture: A Love Story. Now, Car Culture: A Love Story was a film I shot over the past year. Some of the footage dating back to 2014. but I had this planned out forever. People wanted something in the formula of blood, sweat, and gears again, and it was fun going back to that formula. I took my experiences of my past 4 years doing this as a career, and I put it all together and gave my opinion on everything I had seen. So thank you to all of you who took the time to watch this film and series. It was a lot of work, but well worth it. And now at our number 1 spot, buying the 240SX. Buying the 240SX really showed how far I had come. I was finally doing something I had wanted to do since I was a little kid. Although the car is not done yet, I have great faith in this car, and I hopefully will get it done by Import Alliance. My goal of the 240SX was to have a little bit of the early 2000s Fast and Furious era conjoined with the nowadays less is more era. I flew down to Atlanta to pick it up at Top Speed Motorsports, and during that time, I drove Black Barney in this video, back when Black Barney was near 1,000 wheel horsepower. When people asked me what I was doing in Atlanta when I hung out at Southern Fresh, oh, I was just running a quick errand. And that I was. 2015 has been an amazing year, and I couldn't have done it without all of you. Thank you so much for helping me follow this dream, and I can't wait to see what 2016 holds for all of us. Make 2016 your year, and I will do my best to make it my year as well. Take it easy and stay awesome. Have a great day.